Hello, welcome to the KJs talking about KJ stuff. And we got Dennis out there. And where are you, Dennis?
Illinois.
Illinois. Matthew out in where?
Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
And Mr. Beers. How are you? Kevin's feeling, he's a little under the weather tonight, but he's still agreed to join us. And Kevin's out in Ohio, correct? Yep, yep. So how's everybody doing? How was your week? Good?
We're
Your
doing all right,
weekend?
man.
Yeah, yeah.
A nice
Recovering
weekend,
from
good weekend.
We were just
reco-
talking about the weather, and it's been rainy, windy.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I hate unloading and loading my equipment when it's windy and rainy. You
Oh,
guys agree? Yeah, there's nothing worse than
absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Trying to keep everything dry while you're getting inside.
Oh,
And I think for the most part, our stuff, our equipment is protected with covers and,
Oh, sure, sure. But it's just the idea of trying to get it in and
yeah.
out and
Oh,
trying
it's
not to
yeah.
terrible.
bring puddles in, trying to not track into the venue.
It's terrible. Matt, who are our sponsors this week?
I believe we've got EV as a sponsor still, and DJ Event Planner, I think, is still on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
DJEventPlanner.com. And there was one more that, I can't find I had it written. There was one more. And but you'll see it
Okay.
on YouTube when it gets posted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And please just visit these sponsors and just check them out.
Sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
and we want to give a big shout out to Mr. John Young, who owns DJ and TV. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here in this room right now. So thank you, John Young.
Thank you, John.
We appreciate all his hard work. And speaking of hard work, Matthew,
Yeah.
you do how many nights a week? I mean,
Five,
yeah, 5 nights a week.
God bless me.
Now,
four of them are karaoke shows. The other night is DJ night.
yeah, I mean that's rough, right? I mean, I used to be a 5 night a week guy, so
Me
did
too.
Dennis. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it grows on you, don't it? Sometimes, like some
Oh,
weeks, you just
sure.
I don't want to go in tonight. Don't you feel like that sometimes? You were just sick too, but
Oh
that's
man.
different.
I
But
mean, I
that's
had
yeah.
to, yeah, when I was sick about a couple weeks ago, I was down for about a week, maybe a week and a half, something like that, and I had to cancel like four shows
Oh,
because of it.
that,
It's
and that
what
sucks because that's money out of your
that's
pocket too.
rough. Yeah, oh, exactly. Yeah, I lost over $1,000 that week, so
Well,
Right.
that was tough.
Matthew's loaded. He don't need the money. He's loaded. This guy
Yeah.
tips at the toll booth. He won't tell you, but he does.
What
You
Ah,
toll
know.
booth? There's no toll booths here.
Uh, so yeah, so 5 nights a week, too. I mean, you what are your nights off? Monday and Tuesday? Is
Monday,
that what it
Tuesday. Yep.
is?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And your Sunday night show
Yeah,
is which one's the dance one? The just music.
Thursday.
that's Thursday.
Now, don't you find that to I would love that. To just hey, I don't have to deal with mics, I don't have to deal with a
Yep.
monitor, just music.
yeah,
Hmm.
I used to like that those nights too.
Oh, I love that. It's a
Yeah,
It
good
was a
break.
it
break. It's
breaks
like
up
a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
the monotony of
Right.
the karaoke end of it. So gives me a little break, and gives me a chance to play stuff that I mean, I can play a lot more music on a DJ night than I can just, if I'm just playing bumper music during a karaoke show. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Uh
Yeah, I can
It's
tell
fun to
you,
do
get the
you
crowd moving too.
yeah.
So is your
now
setup any
Matt,
different other than just lack of microphones and monitor?
What was that again?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking
That's
today.
okay.
I got croaky in the throaty. Um, is your setup any different on karaoke night versus DJing? I mean, minus the microphones and the monitor.
Right. My DJ night is in the It's in the same venue as my Saturday karaoke show. And so as far as like setup goes, the arrangement of that area is different on both nights. So if I'm just DJing, then uh I do it one way. And if I have karaoke, then I do it a different way that opens up that area a little bit more. So I have some place for the singers to stand and and then I got a karaoke monitor and whatnot. So
Now I got a quick
yeah, so
question.
different. Yeah.
You've got a great following out there. Like they all go to all 5 shows, right? Or pick and choose or whatever. Or is it all different people?
Uh the DJ venue, the DJ karaoke venue, I usually tend to see a lot of the same people, a lot of the same regulars. It's a small town that's like kind of, I mean, it's on the south end of the Twin Cities, kind of considered a little bit on the side of like being in the boonies, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like out there in the, flatlands part of whatever farm area, whatever. So it's a small town. I tend to get the same people coming in there on both nights. Um, my other ones, it's hit and miss. My Friday show, I have a lot of the same. I have my core group of regulars that come in on that one, and that same group comes in on my Sunday show too. Not so much on my Wednesday night. So,
Okay.
mhm. So yeah, each place kind of has their
Their own core,
group of regulars. Yeah.
but they don't
Okay.
tend to cross from bar to bar.
The Friday and Sunday shows are basically the same group of people.
But different
So
bars.
a different what?
Are they at different bars then? So they're following you
Different.
from bar
Yep.
to bar.
Yep. Friday is a different show
Yeah,
than
that's
different
great.
venue than
That's
Sunday.
great,
Yep.
Matt.
Two
It's
different
awesome,
bars.
Matthew.
Now, when you do you just is it ladies' night? Is that what you call it there, or just the music?
Yep, ladies' night. Yep, DJ
Yeah.
night. Yep.
So, do you have people from your other venues like they'll come in and say, "Oh, Matt's here, karaoke." Do they ask you or try and talk you when you're doing it? Yes, right?
Like I said, it's the same place I play at on Saturday for karaoke. So,
Right.
and I'm known as a karaoke guy. So we're trying to establish a different thing with that Thursday night DJ thing. And the thing is I get some of my Saturday people coming in on Thursday, and when they see me, they're like, "Well, where's the monitor? And where's the, you know what I mean?" They're expecting karaoke, and it's like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. We're not doing karaoke tonight. This is just a DJ dance party kind of a thing. So yeah, so I've had that, you know.
I used to have a venue where it's Friday night karaoke, Saturday night music, same venue. And it was always it was hard on Saturday night to convince the karaokeers that I wasn't karaoke, even though I didn't, like you, I didn't have a monitor or anything in place. But they still wanted to be able to sing. It's like, no, this is dance party night. This is just pure music.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a struggle with us because, like, they know Matt is, he's karaoke. They know DJ Eric in this area as when they hear DJ Eric, they think karaoke. Same thing with Dennis, like back then, because we did so many of them.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of hard when you just want like a break night, and I call it a break night when it's just
Yeah, I
dance
always did
music.
too, man. I always thought it was a break.
It was less to bring in, less to set up. I'm just doing music, and
No
this is what we're doing.
rotation. Yeah.
Right. So when I did St. Patty's Day last Monday, um, they always ask me. They don't make me, but they ask me to make a flyer so they can post it on their Facebook, and I post it. But this time, because I do karaoke there on Thursday nights, St. Patty's fell on Monday.
Right.
And I said, okay, we're just doing Irish music sprinkled in with some dance music, regular dance music, so it's not all Irish, you know?
Yeah, right.
And she's fine. So what I did was on the flyer, I put live DJ 6 p.m. That was it.
Hmm.
Now, if I say DJ Eric 6 p.m., they all would think, oh, it's karaoke, and they're going to get
Karaoke.
mad. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of one secret, whatever tip. Like if you don't put your name on it, just say live DJ.
Well, but you want your
You
following
know.
too to follow you, though.
Well,
You,
the problem is most of my following are karaoke people, like for the
right? Yeah,
bars. I,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so I just put live DJ, and we had a great night there, by the way, St. Patty's.
Oh,
But
good.
well,
Oh,
St.
yeah.
Patty's the
Yeah.
biggest drinking. Yeah,
Before
Oh,
we
yeah,
started,
yeah.
we switched to ladies' night probably within like the last like month or so, I want to say. Before that, I was doing these DJ theme nights. I would come up with like, different themes, like a 80s night or a 90s night or
Right,
da da da
70s.
da, that kind of thing, right? And so there was one night where I had some guys that are really good friends of mine. So when I play my DJ night, that's on Thursday night, and that's in Farmington. And then there's another city that's like maybe 15, 20 minutes away, called Hastings. And I had some Hastings people come over to Farmington thinking that, because I was there, they came out there thinking that there was karaoke,
Ah,
expecting
Yeah.
karaoke. They walk in the
Yeah.
door and then they find out that it's just a DJ night, and they stuck around for maybe 10 minutes or something like that, and then they were gone because they're looking for
they
some
want to
place
sing.
to sing.
Yeah. Or they ask you, can I just sing one song? Can you just, I know it's not karaoke night, but we let
Yeah,
them
yeah,
just sing
yeah.
one
Just give
song.
me a
It's like,
mic.
I know the word. I know the words. I don't need a monitor. It's like, no, if I let you, then I gotta let this person, that person. No, we're not
that
gonna do
that
that.
that that's what it does. It just opens the door. Now, hey,
It
you let
does.
Bill
Yep.
do it. Why
Yep.
can't I? Why, you know?
Right.
So it's nothing.
It's all or nothing.
Or
You got,
right,
yep.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
And I don't want to hurt these people because they do follow me. They do pay my salary,
Right.
but it's once in a while, there's no karaoke, period. It's just
Right.
not on a karaoke night, but like a special night, like his dance ladies night, music only. St. Patty's Day for me was music only, And I did have people coming in. Well, we're not singing tonight. I'm like, no. This is And for one, St. Patty's Day is just like New Year's and the night
Oh,
before
yeah, yeah.
Thanksgiving. It's huge. I do not want a rotation of 100 people that I'm not going to get up. You know what I mean?
No, right,
That's
right,
why.
right.
That's why I do music only. New Year's Eve, I'll do
Yeah,
music only. Wednesday,
because you piss all your
thanks.
regulars off if they don't get a chance to sing more than twice, twice or
They're lucky to get up once that night because it's
exactly,
going to be
exactly. That's what I'm
right.
saying. That if
Yeah.
they find out there's 100 people, they get all pissed off. I'm
Right.
here every week. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm guessing St. Patty's is probably bigger out there in your area there, Eric, because you're like right close to Boston. Probably bigger out there than it is out here. Here it's just kind of, St. Paul is kind of a big Irish city, I guess you could say. But I don't think it's anywhere near as close to what you guys think it is in Boston.
Oh.
So
It used to be
So
rocking in Maine. In Maine, man, we were rocking on St. Patty's Day.
yeah, see, St. Patty's Day, you know what it is around here? I don't know about Maine, but that's where everybody even Irish, even people who aren't Irish, pretend to be Irish because it's a
Yeah,
big
exactly.
drinking. You know,
It's
everybody's
honorary Irish
Irish.
Day.
Yeah,
everybody's Irish on
everybody's
St. Patty's
Irish.
Day.
Right,
Yep,
right.
yep.
And what it is they all just go. Okay, I'm sorry, I just got a text. all they do is just go bar hopping all day, and they start at
Right.
10 a.m. 10
Oh yeah,
a.m.
they do.
and keep going till like 2 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you do it? You know? But they do it. You know, I get more corned beef and cabbage, and then okay, another 5 drinks, and go to the next one. That's what they do
Green
all
beer,
day.
green beer.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Kevin,
Is
how was your karaoke night going, by the way?
it's
Do you
going
get two of them now? Do you get two of them or?
no, still doing it on the one night. It's just the other week
Okay.
I did karaoke, and then the bar decided they wanted to do a St. Patty's Day on Saturday because they're not open on Monday.
Nice.
So I
Yeah.
said sure. So, but I ended up their crowd that they were expecting didn't materialize like it normally does when they're open on St. Patrick's Day. Normally
Right.
they got a lot of people, guys dressed up in kilts and stuff, and so
Sure.
I was even gonna. I even suggested to them. I was like, "Well, if this happens, would you like to do a sexy leg contest or hairiest leg contest?" And she seemed like, "Oh, sounds like fun." But we got no one really coming in wearing a kilt. So our St. Patrick's Day at this place, which was Saturday, ended up being for her. She thought a disappointment, and she's got a lot of people that when they come in, it's like, man, we'd love to have have some just dance music in here. So she gave them that, and all those people. She basically said, where did all those people that keep pestering me for a dance night? Where did they go? Where are they at? So she wasn't too thrilled with the how the night turned out. She'd like that,
Oh.
be more successful, and all those people that want to do it. So we'll see about trying it again. I ended up having more dance people because I had a limited amount of singers for the karaoke night the night before, dancing during my breaks. So that just plays into you never know who you're going to get till you're the till.
I used to do karaoke like if I was at a bar from 9 to 1, I would if I had a lot of karaoke singers at the beginning of the night, I would play karaoke, and then I would do like do a round, and then do 4 or 5 songs, and everybody dance. Then I do another round of karaoke, and then depending on the number of karaokeers, I might fade off and just make the rest of the night a dance night, just to keep the end of the night hopping, keep
Yeah.
people there.
That's sort of how I ended up working for me. Is I think I had one song left in my queue, and so it's like, I had an hour and a half left of the night, so it's like, let's just roll into some other stuff. So I started playing some other songs,
Yeah,
and people out on the dance floor doing that. And then I think I was like, oh, okay, I'll go back and finish off that one. And I think I got
right.
a few more, and then I sort of bounced back and wrapped up at the end of the night.
That's where you start reading the crowd,
Yeah,
really trying, because if you got 5 singers, you don't want to blow the whole night for 5 singers singing 4 times, where you can
Yeah.
have the majority of the people want to dance.
yeah. Also, if you keep them in suspense on the hook in the queue, they could leave, but if they leave, they won't get to sing their song.
Right.
So in
Yes.
some ways, it's sort of like going to a fast food place, taking their order, and then you got their money. Now they got to sit there and wait however long it takes before
Right.
you get their food. So
That's a fine line, though. It's a fine line of making them wait so long.
yeah,
So yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I can see that works because most karaoke people will come in once I sing my 2 songs, I'm out of here. So
Right.
I will make them wait and make them order another drink. That's what's paying me, you
Right.
know?
As long as they're not drinking soda.
Or
So,
water.
I don't see many doing this anymore, but some KJs, let's just say you gave him 3 slips, right?
Yeah.
He'll call you up. You do them 3 songs in a row. I don't like
Uh,
that at
no,
all.
I don't either. No,
No.
no. Get them,
Because
let
what's
them
going to
hang.
happen is
They're
I
gonna
did
leave.
my 3, see you later. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. I don't play that game.
One song per rotation. One song per rotation. That's how I did
That's
it.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. You know, and I make them wait. That's why I do bumper music, or
Yeah.
and I'll do
Yeah.
like a little dance set, like every hour, like 10 minutes,
Yeah, I do the
15
same
minutes.
thing. I do one round of
Yep.
rotation, and then do like
Yep.
4 or 5 dance songs, then go into another bunch of another rotation.
Right. And that gives
That's a whole
everybody a
other
chance
show.
who's, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think that's a whole other show in itself, as far as like, um, and Eric and I have talked about this in the past, where he goes by vibe. Like he'll decide who gets up
That's
when, like
exact.
depending on the song.
Uh,
Whereas out here, um, we'd get barked at if you tried to do it that way. We go by a strict rotation. So like it's
yeah, that's
first
how
come,
I
first
did it
serve.
too, Matt. I did it by strict rotation because people got absolutely bullshit if you switched them out. Because
They felt like
I
you're
sang
playing
after
favorites.
Bill. Yeah, I sang after Bill last time. How come I'm not singing after Bill this time?
Yeah.
I know where I am. They're counting down on. I used the copy host at the time, so it kept their rotation on the screen, so they knew exactly where they were, and they like to
Oh,
watch at the same time.
if I may interrupt, let's just say, like you just said, Dennis, well, I sang after Bill last time, but you know what? You get new people coming in.
All right, I used to do every
So
other. I used to
you
put
got
a
to
new
get them
person
in
in every other.
somewhere.
Right, right. I used
Right.
to put
Yeah.
them in between every. So the next rotation, it was every other person was a new person.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all want to sing. So I would
Oh,
like
they
new
all do.
people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Every other, I would put in a new one
Yeah.
just to
Exactly.
get
That's
them
how I
in
did it.
there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they were in
And
the rotation.
And when those newbies
yeah,
come in, you gotta. I think it's kind of fair to delay them a bit. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
maybe
next rotation.
because
Right.
start filtering
because
them
I
in
got
like
there
about
late.
maybe five. Yeah, maybe start
Yeah.
filtering them in about maybe 5 songs down, something like that
Right.
from wherever you are in the rotation. Like yeah, they have to wait too. They don't just walk in the door and get to sing
Yeah,
that.
you can't come in. You can't expect to sing right away. Yeah, so they got to earn their way in.
Yeah.
I agree
In
with you,
other
man.
words, get here earlier. That's all, you know?
Right.
But I still look, people work. They just get out of work at 11 and they
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up, so I can't knock them for working. And
Yeah.
they want to have fun too. So I get it,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of be as fair as you can with this rotation and just
Yeah.
make
You
sure
get to know.
everybody gets
You get to feel the group. You get to know your regulars, and you get to know how your places are.
Let's face it, everybody that was there at 9 o'clock when you started, they've already sang two, maybe three times, whatever. So be fair. Let this new guy get up once. Will you just let
Right.
him in? You know,
Yeah.
that's how I explain it to them. You've already got up
Sure.
twice. Let this guy get in once. You know, he just got
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, well,
That's a good way to do it,
I've been
Eric.
here. I've been here since 9 o'clock. I'm like, well, this
Exactly.
guy didn't get out of work till 11.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He has, let him have a little fun.
What do you do when you get a duet?
That's
What do you
both their
mean?
rotation.
That's both of theirs.
Yeah. So that's their turn for that rotation. That's the way I did it.
Yeah,
Because
that's how I do it.
you don't want people working off each other. Like if I do a duet now and you do a duet now, they're not going to put a single song in. That means you get up 4 times basically. No, that's not happening.
Well, I got a couple people that do this, and it drives me nuts. They'll put in with five different other people.
Yeah,
So now it looks like I'm favoring this person.
Yeah.
right,
Because you know what? That's one rotation. Now the other
right.
four duets, I'm gonna wait until the next. I'm
Yeah,
not doing it.
exactly.
Yeah,
No, I didn't do that either because you
yeah,
can't look like
yeah.
the asshole that's letting that person up
Right.
4 times. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
I had one
Yeah.
guy,
Or
and
there's times where they're not even listed on a song, and somebody will
they'll
just
come up
start,
and say, "Can I help them?" Yeah,
yeah, or
yeah,
can I sing with you? Can I harmonize? Because I know this one, let me harmonize with you, and they want to do that with like, if you got like a
5 different
12-person
people.
rotation, you got, they want to do that with 6 other people that they're friends with.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's just like, you got to nip that crap in the bud. So,
yeah,
I wonder if this has ever happened to any of you guys. I had this one guy. Okay, he started out as, "I'm Dennis Healy. I want to sing Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, right? A slip. I get them up. Now I'm going through all my slips, right? Kind of putting them in order. I don't use slips anymore. I use a songbook DB online,
Yeah.
but now I get a slip saying it's Kevin, but it's really Dennis Healy. Like he would switch his name. And when
Oh,
I figured out what he was doing, I'm like, you're done, pal. You're done. I don't play that game. I'll say, yeah, Kevin, come up. And up comes Dennis. I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, you just sang 2 songs. What are you doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Or
he's
they'll come up with
changing the
some.
name on the right, some
Ah, yeah.
bogus name.
They'll come up with some kind of a nickname or something to get
Yeah.
to manipulate the
Yeah,
rotation so they can get up more.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't play that game. How do you
I
handle
don't.
that, Matt? Matt, has it happened to you? How do you handle
Oh,
it?
I've done that before. Yeah, that's happened to me before for sure.
Well,
And
yeah.
there was one time where this is at an old venue that I used to play at a steakhouse, and I had like a group of like 8 or 10 people that came in, and each one of them would put in a song under their own name,
Yeah.
and then you call up that one singer, and that singer comes up, but all the whole other part of that group comes up there with them as backup singers.
Uh,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so and when they put in their songs, they put them all in at the same time together.
So
So
they're
then you go to call up the next singer, and so then it
step forward.
became
it's
a
that
thing
group
where
again.
one of the backup singers steps up to the mic, and then the previous singer steps back into the backup
Yeah.
singer. It's like, nope, we can't do that. That's if you want to, if we wanted to turn this into a concert where we get to hear you guys for a whole hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can rent the room or rent me or whatever, do a private party or something like that. But
Right.
you're
We
not
got.
gonna,
I got other people.
yeah.
Dennis, how
So
did you handle that when they did that to you? Everybody pulls it, you know?
Right.
That's
Oh no. I catch on to him and say, this is you got to. This is one rotation. One. You guys are you're all done this rotation now. I'm gonna pick the next people.
mhm.
That's how I do it. It's my boo. Who's over
I
here doing
will.
a little dance for me?
Yeah. Oh, she did a dance with me the other night when you were sleeping, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
she?
yeah. She did a little
She like
dance.
she
Yeah.
likes to dance. Yeah.
She got down that night. Okay.
Did
She
she?
was dancing.
You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
you got down with Eric the other night, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. She's a yeah.
Yeah. See, listen to her giggle. Anyway, hi boo.
Yeah.
That's
Eric
Dennis's
says hi.
better half. That's his
Yeah. My
hello.
boo.
So before we wrap it up, does anybody have like a question they
I
want
was
to
actually
ask?
gonna touch base back on something that Kevin had mentioned earlier. In regards to that, they tried to do that DJ night. Am I right about that? Like, where's the dance crowd that keeps begging for a dance night or something like that? Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So was it a situation where like the bar decided this like at the last minute or something like that, and then they post it like nothing is ever planned. You know what
Yes,
I'm
it
saying? So
was.
they come
It
up with
was.
this at the last minute, like
Yeah, I think I
like
got.
within like a cup. It's St. Patrick's Day in 2 days. Oh, we got to do something. You know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't quite that last minute, but I got notified. I think the weekend before. It's like, hey, are you free next Saturday? And I was like, well, I'm in there Friday for karaoke. What are you? What are you talking about? It's like, well, I was thinking about having a dance night the following night. I think because I noticed on Facebook some people posted like, "Are you doing something for St. Patrick's Day?" And because they're not open St. Patrick's Day, they decided, well, we're not really open, so maybe we could do something Saturday, and that was what they could last minute come up with. So I was
That's
notified about a week ahead, and then they started promoting it.
I've got an issue with the okay. So that bar that I do the DJ and the karaoke night,
Hmm.
Thursday and Saturday. Um, it's not on the front of their mind until like maybe the day before or the day of, like that, and then they throw a post up on Facebook thinking, okay, let's get the word out because we got ladies' night tonight, and let's see if we can get people in here. Nothing is ever. I mean, that's the thing. Is dealing with these bars that don't know how to advertise, or they don't have a marketing person, like a
Right.
social media person that I
They leave it
mean,
on
back in
you.
the day when I started working, they were planning like 3 to 6 months ahead. So like right now they'd be planning for like 4th of July weekend, or
Yeah.
they'd start planning for Halloween. Like
Yeah.
what are we gonna do for Halloween? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is where you having your own website or Facebook for your DJing or KJing comes into play. It's like, hey, sign up for my Facebook or my website. I'll let you know what's going on in my world, even if the
Yeah.
bars won't tell you.
Exactly. That's what I used to do too, promoting my pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these bars, they think that they can post on the day of, and they just
They
oh, we're
expect
gonna
a full house.
yeah.
All of that seems
Yeah.
to be tied into, at least for me, when I do weddings. I'm getting a lot more like, hey, I got a wedding in a month, and you're just now figuring out that you want to DJ. It just seems everybody's very wanting the information or wanting you on short notice.
Yeah.
There's no
Pull it
And
out
for
of your
cheap.
butt.
more like
And they want you for
Yeah.
cheap too. They want
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bargain
yeah.
basement.
yeah.
Yeah. It's last minute, but can you do it for $600?
Because
Like what?
if you're available, you must be going to be able to do it for cheap, right? Because you'll take something versus nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to get that a lot.
So
My time is my
yeah,
money.
I think that's another topic for another show down the road is trying to figure out how to team up with these bars to uh as far as
Cross
advertising
promote.
goes.
Cross promote.
Yeah. Because it's a team effort.
It is. It's got to be.
Yeah.
What ends up happening is the venues will blame us, the DJ. Well, where is everybody?
Exactly.
And it's like, I can only do so much. Just, I need your help
Mhm.
to promote.
I promoted
And
on my
they can't
Facebook.
be bothered. Yeah.
And they do promote the events on their site too, and they also posted on, I think, the local mayor or the city chamber of chambers calendar of events
Oh, wow.
there. So they do their part, which I'm appreciative of. So
This place
I
that I
just
play at on Thursday and Saturday, they've got um like a small TV that's in the back of the bar that's like facing towards the front. Okay. And it's facing the area that I'm all set up and that we're doing like the karaoke in or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
whenever anybody's in there for like like my DJ show or my karaoke show or whatever, they're all facing towards me.
Right.
And the TV that they have, the small TV that's behind them, that's running like on a loop, the stuff that they got going on during the week,
activities.
Yeah.
it's behind them. So they're not turning around to look at that, or if they do look at it, it's when they get up to use the restroom or something like that that's in the back as well, but yeah, and there's no they haven't put up a ladies' night banner or anything like that for me to try to promote it. They got like a banner out in the front that's promotes their breakfast on the weekends, stuff like that. But I mean, they want this thing to catch on, but they're not doing anything to
Help it.
make it catch on.
Right. They got to do their part.
Yeah, so I got to figure out a way to like talk to them in a respectful way to let them know, hey, if we want this thing to catch fire, we got to promote it.
Right.
And so I've done my part as far as like making like little postcard size flyers that I can throw on the tables, and
Yeah.
give somebody something in their hands where they can actually see, oh, Thursday night is ladies' night. I didn't know Thursday night was ladies' night until I saw this flyer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you do it as like commercial break between singers? You know, like, hey, some of the activities coming up here. Here's what's on tap in the future here at the bar.
Yeah, yeah. On Saturdays, I've got that lottery board thing that we do,
Mhm.
that prize board thing.
Hmm.
And so whenever I do the drawings, I always, promote the stuff that's going on. For each drawing, we do a drawing like once an hour, and so I'll say, "Hey, we got this going on this night, and this going on this night, and da 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 da," and run down the list or whatever, just to. But half the time people are kind of half in the bag already, and it goes
Yeah.
right over their head. They're not paying attention or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just like noise in the background to them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. It's not the same as like a physical piece of paper that they can pick up off the table and go, okay, now I know about
Right.
this.
Hmm.
So
All right, Mr. Robotussin, calm down. Calm. Poor Kevin. Kevin, I hope you feel better. Thank you for
I do.
coming
I
in,
hope you
even
feel
though
better too, Kevin, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, until next week,
All right, man.
look down below for them links. Click on those links that are supporting us
right.
each week. We'll see you guys next Monday.
All right,
Take
man.
care, everybody. Good night.
Take care. See ya.